There was once a baby blue whale named Balu, who was traveling with the family across the Pacific Ocean. One dark and stormy night, a fast current carried Balu away far from their home in Sri Lanka. Tired and lost, Balu looked around. The water was a muddy yellow, and there was plenty of food to eat. Balu chased the krill into the shallow water, but the whale didn't notice as the tide went out, stranding Balu in the muddy tidal flat. The clam fishermen nearby noticed the whale and tried to help, but the water was too far away. Suddenly, a giant grandmother appeared with a splash. It was Gajigan, the protector of the Korean Sea, along with her 8 giant daughters. She rose like a mountain out of the water. "What are you doing out here, little whale?" Gajigan asked. The whale said it was lost and didn't know how to get home. Gajigan smiled, then used their huge hands to move the tide, bringing Balu into the deeper water where it could swim. "Thank you for saving me, Grandma," Balu said. "It is my duty to protect all the living creatures of the sea," Gajigan said. "Someday, you will also help others." Balu started swimming south along the current back towards home.
Balu arrived at one of the most colorful reefs it had ever seen. The corals glowed in brilliant shades of green and pink, and schools of fish shimmered. It was no surprise it had entered a marine reserve in the Visayas region of the Philippines, a safe sanctuary for sea creatures. Balu was happy. Food was abundant and it could finally eat after swimming such a long distance. Suddenly, disaster struck. A fishing net wrapped around his body, trapping it along with the other fish. Fishermen were casting their nets where they were not supposed to fish. "1, 2, 3, pull!" the fisherman shouted. Balu struggled to break free, but weakened from its long journey, Balu began to lose strength. Just as it was about to give up, a creature rose from the back of the reef. It was a shokoy, as the locals called it, a mysterious fish-like guardian. With great strength, the shokoy tore the net apart and freed Balu. The baby whale thanked the shokoy, and guided by the shokoy's direction, Balu continued the journey, swimming toward the Indian Ocean, safe and free.
Balu reached the warm waters of Sri Lanka, to the Gulf of Mannar, where pearl divers searched the seabed. One diver stayed underwater too long. Again and again, he dove into the pearl beds, resting less each time. When he rose too quickly from the deep, his body failed him. He lost control and began to sink. Balu noticed him drifting downward. Balu said, "He's not swimming, he is falling." Balu swam closer and pushed the diver upward with all its strength. The pearl beds were believed to be guarded by the pearl goddess. Those who ignored warnings were not helped easily. The pearl goddess appeared. She was watching in silence. She hesitated to help as it was against the ocean rules. But she wanted to support Balu's kindness. "Let me help," the pearl goddess said. Together, they slowed the diver's fall and guided him to the surface. The diver breathed again. Balu hugged the pearl goddess. "Your parents were looking for you," said the pearl goddess. "I was lost. Can you help me find my parents?" Balu replied. Pearl goddess sent a pearl message to the whale parents. Balu was overjoyed to reunite with its family and friends. Balu now has endless stories to share from the ocean.